Hello, America. I have good news and I have bad news for you today. Which would you like first? Yeah, I know. You're a Glenn Beck fan. Let's start with the bad news. We'll start with this. Quote, the Fed now has, do we have the quote up here? The Fed now says that it is planned to keep short-term interest rates near zero until 2014. Okay, so let me translate this from bullcrap to English. We're screwed. I mean, let's be honest, we're screwed. They don't expect the economy to get better anytime soon. They think that it's so weak that they're going to have to say another 2 years of this. Well, that's what everybody will tell you, that, oh, you know, the Fed is kind of freaking out. Another 2 years, I think maybe it might be a little delicate. Now, I know the president's original and genius plan to soak the rich and start class warfare sounds like a winner. But does the Fed think so? Apparently not. Note the date. The date they're going to do it until at least, quoting, 2014. That means 2 more years of this at best. Are you prepared? Because that's not really what it means. That's what the media will tell you what it means. That's what the Fed will say what it means in the White House. They're just being cautionary. Yeah, no, they're not. No, they're not. Do you remember when we showed you that teaching tool that the Fed created for students? And you get to play Fed Reserve Chairman and increase or lower the rates? Remember I told you that we plugged in the Fed's ultra-low rates using their own system. We have some really weird results. Using a zero interest rate policy, and now just below 0.25%, which they're currently at, guess what happens? Guess what happens? In 2 years of doing that, inflation is over 15%. Then you add another 2 years, and the inflation rate jumped up to 30%. That's on their own system. So let me ask you a question. We've been doing that for 2 years. Their own system says that inflation should be up to 15%. Well, it's not. Haven't you heard? The government says inflation is only like 3%, not including food and gas. Oh, well, yeah, that's right. Those are luxury items. You don't need food and gas. Has the cost of your food and gas gone up 15% in the last year or two? The answer is yes. In fact, it has gone up a lot higher than that. Your cost of goods, if the Fed's own little computer program for kids is accurate, by 2014, it could double what it is now. Be prepared. This is the kind of stuff that nobody in your circle of friends that think you're crazy, or think I'm crazy, they're ever going to listen to. And even though they go to the grocery store all the time. But the media is not making it into a panic. And the media, too many people are led with a big ring in their nose, like sheep. It should be bulls. Instead of saying, excuse me, I'm not moving that direction. But because all of the experts aren't talking about it, nobody listens. But now there is an expert talking about it. The latest guy to come out and say, hey, you know what? There might be a collapse. A guy some countries refer to as an economic terrorist, George Soros. I told you yesterday what he said. I also told you, that I had good news for you. And I mean, what? All the politicians can lie. I can't just say I have good news for you. No, actually, I do have good news for you, and it's about an hour away. So take some medicine and then some really cool stuff in hour 2 tonight. We'll share that coming up. And the spooky dude. What happened last night? What's happening over in Europe? Are we hitting now the final phase of Europe with George Soros? I'm not sure, but I'd like to lay out a case. We'll do that next.